I'm Hunter, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make some molten lava cake. I picked lava cake because since this is the month of February, I thought it would be a great dessert dish for you and your Valentine. So let's get started. First, I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 degrees. Got that going. And second, we're going to melt 8 ounces of butter. And 4 ounces of chocolate in a double broiler. So we have our chocolate, our 4 ounces of chocolate and our 8 ounces of butter in here, and we're melting it in a double boiler. A double boiler is a mechanism that we use to not burn chocolate, but to make sure it comes pretty smooth like that. So basically all it is a pan or a pot with water in the bottom, and a pot that comes in a secondary thin layered pot that comes with it that lets the water vapor melt the chocolate instead of burn it. You can also use a bowl on top of a pot. It works just as well. Just make sure the pot is not touching the water. So as soon as this is all melted, which will be very shortly, I'm going to set it on here and get my batter ready. So we are just about done. So now I'm going to set it right here, and I'm going to finish melting the butter and the chocolate. Looks like we're all good here right about now. So I'm going to let that stay there for a second. Now I'm going to create my batter. First I'm going to need a bowl. Why, thank you. So I'm going to throw my 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks in. All I gotta do is take 2 whole eggs, put them in, and then separate the whites from the yolks and put 2 of the yolks in. And I'm gonna put that in, and I'm going to throw a 1/3 cup of sugar in. That goes right in there. And I'm gonna put a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Get the bottle open. Into my batter mixture. 1/2 teaspoon. Now I'm going to need a mixer to mix all my 4 ingredients together. Why, thank you. And it's supposed to go on high. I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to go on low first, just so I don't spurt sugar everywhere. Now I'm on high, and this should go for about 5 minutes. Okay, so right now, about 30 seconds from 5 minutes, our batter has changed from what we had to a very thick and lighter in color substance. So about now we can turn this baby off and see what our results are. We're going to add in our melted chocolate and our 1/4 cup of Joules all-purpose gluten-free flour. So I'm going to add this in first. And then I'm going to add this in after. And then I'm going to use a spatula, or folding spatula, thank you, to fold it. So I'm going to go down and flip it over, just as we said. And we're already starting to turn a dark brown. And the reason we're folding again is to make sure we don't lose our air bubbles, or just make the cake very flat and not fun. Okay, so I'm just finishing up my chocolate batter. And it looks just about great. Look at that. Beautiful. These are little ramekins, and we're going to use a 1/2 scoop to make sure we get about 1/2 cup in each of them. I also want to say that these are great Valentine's dishes because they're single serving and everybody gets one themselves. So even if you want to share with your Valentine, you're going to make sure that you get a good amount to yourself. Okay, so we have our 6 ramekins that are extremely well greased, because you're going to invert these at the end and you don't want a whole big mess. You want them to be perfectly come out. So we have them 6 full. If they're not totally full, if they're not all even, you can just take a spoon out of some and even them out. So now I have 6 truffles, and you can make your own truffles, which we have a recipe for on Gluten-Frida, or you can buy gluten-free store-bought ones. So all I'm going to do with these truffles is I'm going to push them into the center of our raw cake batter. I'm just going to keep pushing them in. The best thing about buying store-bought truffles also is that you can get stuff like vanilla bean and espresso and peanut butter and dark chocolate. All you can just experiment. Every time somebody will bite into it, they'll be like, "Whoa, this is a lot different." So I'm gonna pop these into the oven after I have one lick of my bowl. So now I'm gonna put these in the oven just before I drop them. We got preheated to 400. It's already at 400. And we're going to cook this for 15 minutes, and I'll see you back then. Okay, so we're back. We're going to take these out of the oven. It's been 15 minutes, and we're going to put them on the stove. Now, for toppings, we can have strawberries fanned out. Pretty, huh? So the easy way to do this is to take a strawberry and just cut it in lines. And as soon as I'm done with this, all you gotta do is just fan it out. And it works perfectly. So I prepared this chocolate sauce. It's very liquidy. We did dark chocolate and half and half. Just make sure you get it good, or else it won't squeeze out. You can do yum. Mistakes happen. You can do just lines, anything. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, this is the tricky part. We let our stuff dry, and we have to make sure, gotta grab another hot pad. We have to make sure, since these cups are hot, that you gotta keep your hands protected because it's hot. And then you're gonna take a plate, and if you're gonna do the chocolate sauce, make sure you let it sit for a little bit, because then you can just get it nice sticky chocolate sauce. Then you're gonna flip it over right on top of the thing, and then you're gonna go. There we go. So if it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, don't panic, because we always have our whipped cream to come save the day. So we're gonna invert the bottle. There's that. And even if you want to, for a chocolate lover like me, I'm gonna throw a little bit more chocolate on top. And I'm going to put one of these fanned strawberries right on the side. So, you come out with your product that looks like that. Ain't that beautiful? It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So this is Hunter wishing you guys a happy Valentine's Day. Make sure you make these for your special Valentine. I mean, she or he will really appreciate it. Bye.